Given that one of the most asked questions in the series is how do you have real-life airlines in the game, I thought why not make this quick tutorial and answer the question once and for all. The first thing you really need to do is to open up your Steam library where you have the game. Within your library you have this little side menu where you have all the games listed that you currently have in your library. Right click on airportceo to open up this little window and click on properties. Next step, open the window betas. Now as standard the game will always be in none out of all beta programs. If you want to have any mods activated in the game you need to switch to experimental non-stable experimental branch. Select that and simply close the window. Now from now on the game will remain in the experimental branch even if you close down Steam and reopen it. But you can always return the game to its original form by simply repeating the steps we just did and then instead of going to the experimental branch, selecting none. You can now see that on the left side menu you have airportceo and in brackets experimental. That way you know that you are now in the experimental branch of the game. Next step is to head to the Steam Workshop. Note you can also do this before switching the game to the experimental branch. However, if you haven't switched the game to the experimental branch, none of the mods you are choosing in the Steam Workshop will be available in the game. Now in the Steam Workshop you have a plethora of mods available for the game. Everything from airlines, catering companies and all sorts of other GSE related contracts, or for example also brands for food rooms and franchise rooms in the game. Now you don't necessarily need to be stingy when selecting what mods you want to subscribe to, because none of these mods will show up in your gameplay before we have completed another step later down the line. Now in this case I will be subscribing to a mod adding quantas into the game, and I do that by simply clicking this little green icon. Now it is time to launch the game. So once you have loaded up the game, you will see this lovely little welcoming menu here. Now one of the options here is modding, and we simply need to click on that. The game will now load all the mods that we have subscribed to in the Steam Workshop. Now you can see that they are all activated. When you have subscribed to a new mod, that will normally be deactivated from the beginning, so you need to go in here and then activate the mods you want to have in the gameplay you are currently working on. Now if we're going all the way down, we should see the Quantas mod that we just subscribed to. There it is still deactivated. If I wanted to have that in my gameplay now, I would simply need to click on this little icon to activate it or deactivate it depending on what I want to do. And that's all we need to do. From now on you will be able to have mods in your game, whether you're starting up a new gameplay or are continuing with an existing gameplay. These mods will load into the game automatically, even, as I say, in an already existing gameplay. And that's all you need to do to have this lovely game running with mods. Now I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it has been useful for you. If you found it useful, then don't forget to leave a like. That we very much appreciate it. And of course, if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.